Dito na kami sa River Cruise. Lumabas na kami sa hotel. Nakapag-recharge na kami, nakapag-refresh na. So ready na kami sa River Cruise. Ang time natin is 3:30. 4 o'clock yung River Cruise. 30 minutes before nandito na tayo. Huling batch, ito, pababa na sila. So tayo yung susunod na batch. Ang ride natin is Wendella. Ayan, no? Wendella, no? Ayan. So sa taas yung ano, dito sa taas, yung sa may Dusable Bridge, ito. Ayan. Yung dinaanan natin kanina, naglakad tayo all the way dito. Tapos dito sa taas na ito, yung pinakatumbok niya, dyan yung midpoint. Tapos bababa ka. So nandito na tayo ngayon. So ayan, tapos na yung huling batch. Pag na-empty to, hopefully pasakayin na tayo. Habang inaantay natin yung cruise natin maya-maya, gusto ko lang i-grab yung chance na to para magpasalamat sa aking parents-in-law, ang parents ni Tinsel. Kasi hindi possible yung magiging hotel stay namin na napakaganda, si Hotel Rio. Dito pa mismo sa may parang downtown talaga ng Chicago or yung mga shopping area ng Chicago, no? Ang ganda ng ambience mo pagbaba. So binook niya kami ron. Ako, si Teens, si Jen at si Marge magkakasama kami. So unfortunately hindi nakasama sina Jen at Marge nga, 'di ba? Pero 'yon, labis na pasasalamat sa pag-treat sa amin sa aming overnight hotel stay. Nalaman niya kasi na mamamasyal kami sa Chicago. Supposedly ang original plan lang naming lahat is maghahanap kami ng Airbnb stay. So pinaganda niya pa yung stay namin. So napadali yung mga paglalakad namin. Pagbaba mo ng hotel, yan, parang nasa gitna kami. Napadali yung buhay namin dito sa Chicago. So yun, maraming salamat. Kahit ilang beses na tayo nagpapasalamat sa kanila, hindi tayo magsasawang magpasalamat pa rin.
One good, very good. All right. My name's Dave. I'm going to be your tour guide.
Dave.
Before we get you on board, if you have bags, please leave your bags open and ready as you approach the table down there at the bottom of the ramp. Just for a very brief, non-invasive bag screening. Your tickets, have those out ready as you come up the ramp. The person in the orange desk right here just wants to peek at them to make sure you're on
Tickets
the right
daw.
board. We have a full-service bar downstairs below my feet. Stick down there. It is heated. Right? They've got all kinds of stuff. We have restrooms are down there as well. Get down there by going down either set of stairs. Get back up by coming up those same stairs. So let me know if you have any questions about stairs. I'm Dave.
You have to click the card. Oh, that's gonna take some getting used to. All set.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Backpacks, make sure you have them open.
Okay. Sa taas tayo, of course, para mas maganda yung view natin. Nice. Ayan, si Teens mayroong biniling hot choco sa baba, $4. Swiss Miss na ano. Para lang makomplete niya yung experience nag-hot choco habang nag-iikot sa mga skyscraper. Yan, di pa rin kami umaalis pero halos puno na kami dito sa cruise. Yan. Di ko lang alam kung pupunuin pa ito or enough na to. Kasi malapit na mag alas 4.
Once again, welcome aboard.
All right, folks. Give that recording a round of applause. I'm just joking. Don't do that. It doesn't have any feelings. But I do. And I'm Dave. I'll be your tour guide on this Wendella's 3-hour architecture tour. And we're going to learn a lot about the history of Chicago. We're also going to learn a lot about the... Just kidding, it's not 3 hours. The way you slowly turned to her, you went, okay. jump. No, it's 45 minutes. We're going to learn a lot about Chicago in that time, folks. We've got some history, some architecture, life advice, all kinds of stuff. We're heading west. We're going to dive right into it, okay? We're going to look up here to our right. You're going to see the second tallest building in this city. This is the Trump International Hotel and Tower. It was designed in building. It's a building. Now, finished in 2009. This was designed by Adrian Smith. Now, Adrian Smith is a bit of a celebrity in architecture. Currently holds the title for world's tallest building. Now, who knows what building that is? Just yell it at me if you know it. Burj Khalifa in Dubai, correct. Now, you can't see the top of it, but to give all of you an idea of how tall the Burj Khalifa is in comparison to this, picture two of these stacked on. Yeah. Why would they do that? So Tom Cruise could climb it, obviously. This building stands at 1,362 feet. It uses close to 720 million pounds of concrete to create. Now, as we come up from under the bridge, we're going to look to our right. You're going to see something a little less flashy. In fact, so non-flashy, it just looks like a giant black box. Now, this doesn't look like much, right? But this was actually designed by the famous German architect Ludwig Mies van der Rohe. Now, who knows that?
Oh.
Mies van der Rohe? He was a revolutionary and radical architect for his time. He stripped buildings of all character and expression. That's what he did. Look, he's brought things down to a functional minimalism. He believed less is more. Now, he had many students of architecture, right? Because he established the Bauhaus School in Germany, many of which were experimenting with new forms of architecture. And that's kind of funny because one of his colleagues designed the two buildings to your right. Bertram Goldberg, the Marina City Towers. I heard somebody just say this is their favorite building. Yeah. These are the Marina City Towers. You ever seen the cover of the Wilco album? Here they are, built in 1964 through 1967. Now, it's pretty obvious he completely rejected his buddy's philosophy, right? Came up with his own. It sounds passive-aggressive because it is. These buildings went up, him and his teacher never spoke again. He believed there are no right angles in nature, so there shouldn't be right angles in architecture. So what he does here, he designs two concrete cores and wraps these buildings in 896 apartments. I want you all to picture each apartment up there. They're shaped like a giant slice of pizza. So you walk into the unit, it's very narrow, and it expands out towards the balcony. Now this was designed around the time people were moving out of cities and into suburbs, right? So Bertram Goldberg wanted to design cities within cities, making everything readily available to his occupants. So just inside, you can see a parking garage, a boat marina, 4 different restaurants, a grocery store, a bowling alley, a skating rink. It was designed originally to be affordable housing. They're also one of the largest railroad hubs in the country. We'll talk about that in a second. To your right, 300 North LaSalle Street by Picard in Chilton. That building is platinum certified in LEED. That stands for Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design. That building alone is almost entirely made out of recyclable material. Sorry, waiting for the train to pass. To your right, there's the Chicago flag, for those of you that don't know what it is. Right? Each red star on that flag represents a major event in the history of our city that makes us what we are. Throughout the tour, by the end of the tour, you'll at least know what all 4 of them mean. Right? But behind it, the merchandise mart. Look at this behemoth. This was the largest concrete building in this entire country until the Pentagon was built. This whole building used to have its own zip code. Seriously, 4.25 million square feet of space inside. All these heads right in front of the building, those are the people we've sacrificed. I'm kidding. I'm joking. Those are rich people. Those are the guys that helped fund Chicago after the Great Chicago Fire of 1871, right? That's Sears and Roebuck, Montgomery Ward, Charles H. Wacker, a lot of these guys. Now, we'll talk more, because I don't know if you guys heard, this city burned to the ground, right, on the night of October 8th, 1871. The Great Chicago Fire, within 48 hours, consumed about 66% of the city. That's 70,000 homes and businesses completely destroyed. Over 100,000 people left homeless. It killed like 250 people. Not a bunch, right? But back then, the whole city was made entirely out of wood and cast iron. The river was terribly polluted and south at night. But with the assistance of the wealthy elite at the time, they were able to rebuild Chicago to be one of the largest industry titans in the country. Straight ahead, you're going to see River Point. Now this is because on the west side of the building, underground, are rail yards.
Dali.
which are very expensive to move, right? And on the east side of the building, there's a river right here. That's also pretty expensive to move. So this building had to get designed on a 40-foot wide concrete reinforced court. Look, you can see right through the center of the building right there. Look at that, 40 feet. Let me give you a more personal example, folks. The base of this building right here is about the width of this boat. Look
Oh.
over your right, look at that. Now look up at it. A building that tall, a base that narrow,
Galing, oh.
that's stupid. How do you balance something like that out and feel taller than it actually is? Kind of looks like a giant chair. Look at these entryways here. Very cavernous and all these geometric shapes, right? Now, this was the most popular style for two different reasons. Number one, after the Great Chicago Fire and the subsequent replanning of Chicago, the Art Deco style gives you is a more open floor plan. Once you open up a window, wind gets rushed across the entire floor and you're able to self-ventilate and self-cool. But then architecture shifts around the 50s and 60s. You start doing this stuff, right? Cladding buildings in nothing but steel and glass. Now this allows more natural light in to our right. You're gonna see the Leo Burnett building. Column within a column design. It was the home to one of the largest ad agencies in this country. You see those steel mullions at the center peg of each glass? That actually allow for more energy conservation because these capture sunlight and cast it through the interior, allowing for more energy conservation. Straight ahead, you're going to see this green building with a gold top right there. You see that?
Oh.
That is the Pendry Hotel, built in 1929 by the Furno brothers. Now back in the 20s,
Tatagal na ng mga
others
building
did
dito.
Depression. Who can tell me what also was
Oh, si Wabash.
Anyone? Prohibition.
Bumaba
Good
ka
job.
kaya?
That's right.
Nilalamig.
When alcohol was
Bumaba sa
illegal,
baba. Feeling ko
nobody was
yung
a fan
mga
of
babae
prohibition,
bumaba eh.
and neither were these architects. They designed that building
Bumaba
out of
na lang.
protest to look like a giant bottle of champagne. It's really some of you might know it as the former Carbide and Carbon building. And that's real gold terracotta at the top too. To our right, look at that gorgeous French Renaissance style with those Tempiettis and the dome at the top. You don't see architecture like that anymore, right? It is the lack of character that it pervades. Now, really could be traced back to the Bauhaus school of the work that was originally done by Mies, right? This French Renaissance style is known as the Jewelers Building. That dome up there was a former speakeasy known as the Stratosphere Lounge. It used to be Al Capone's favorite in the city. Straight ahead, the legendary Wrigley buildings, built in 1919 and 1921 by Graham Anderson Probst and White. Designed in honor of Daniel Burnham's The White City, which he designed for the World's Fair of 1893, the World's Columbian Exposition. Now we don't have a lot of time to talk about that because it's the third red star on the Chicago flag is the Fair of 1893. The river, we gotta talk about this river. It's an interesting fact here that the Chicago River actually didn't flow in the direction it's heading today. Now how many of you knew that already? Nobody? Very good. Naturally, the Chicago River used to flow in the direction the boat is currently heading. Now that's pretty common because that's what a river's supposed to do. It's supposed to flow into a lake. Doesn't happen here now, it flows out. Why? Two reasons. The first, Lake Michigan is where Chicago has always gotten its drinking water. And that's a problem because of number two. Poop. Right? Poop. Right? Everything was thrown in the river back then. That was just the culture of rivers. They took stuff away. But it's not going far, especially when it's the industrial age thing. They're starting to boom. So there's no EPA, so everybody's throwing stuff in the river. And called it the Sanitary Ship Canal. And on January 2nd of 1900, didn't tell anybody we were gonna do it.
Okay, tapos na. 45 minutes lahat. So, ditong kabilang side kami binaba. Doon kasi yung saan kami pinasakay. So, onting abante lang. So, ngayon, patuloy ang aming lakad. Kung saan man kami mapadpad. Ayun. Ang ganda ng mga architecture, no? Yung mga nadaanan natin. So, iba talaga ang lamig dito sa Chicago compare sa Taylorville. Dito tayo ulit sa may river. Riverwalk. Yan. Tapos yung katabi lang natin is Apple Store. Yan. Di ba? Katingin mo dito sa Apple Store, ganda ng view mo. So, nag-ikot-ikot lang tayo. Si Teens nandun sa Walgreens, may binili lang. Tapos tayo, lakad-lakad lang. Nandun lang tayo, right across ng Walgreens. Pero babalik na rin tayo sa may Walgreens. So, ito, mas closer look. Ito yung Apple Store. Harap naman ng Apple Store is mas malapit na tayo. Chicago Tribune. Yan. 'Di ba? Matindi ang lamig. Okay, ang next pupuntahan namin yung pinakamalaking Starbucks sa buong mundo, which is nandito sa Chicago. So, malapit na tayo. I-check lang natin. Oo. Malapit na tayo sa pinakamalaking Starbucks in the world. So, dito lang siya sa Michigan Avenue. Check natin.
Sige, after. Starbucks is inside. Magkatabi lang.
Ito na oh, simula. Ito na yun mismo, yung kulay puting nakikita nyo, yung Starbucks. So, dito lang muna ako banda para mapakita ko yung buong ano niya. Ayan siya. Paikot. Dali ah. Ayun, hanggang dito. Starbucks Reserve Roastery. So, dito yung entrance niya. Okay. Wow, laki nga. Yan mga viewers ko, pasensya na kayo ah. Minute ko na yung sounds ng kinukuhanan ko kasi sobrang lakas ng music. Kaya mag-voice over muna tayo at after kong magsalita, background music na lang tayo yung dito sa version natin. So, itong Starbucks na to, 5 floors. Yan, makikita nyo agad dyan. Each floor may kanya-kanyang, ano bang tawag dyan? Mga pwede mong makita, no? Diba? So, aakyatin naman natin yan hanggang 5th floor. So, check nyo na lang kung ano yung mga nakuhanan natin, no? So, eto, naka-escalator naman tayo. Medyo okay naman yung paakyat natin. Hindi nakakapagod kahit hanggang 5th floor. Tapos tingnan mo yung eto, ano bang tawag dyan? Makikita nyo may mga tubo-tubo dyan. Diretso dun sa bar, no? Sa mga barista. Parang mga beans yata yan. Diretso dun sa mga ano. So anyway, makikita nyo naman yan as we walk along itong biggest Starbucks in the world. So, check nyo na lang. tubo niya. Connected yan. Pupunta dun sa beans nila. Nandito na tayo sa Hotel Rui. Nasa taas na si Teens. Bali, napagod na rin siya, nakaramdam na rin siya ng pagod. Kasi nga, 'di ba, kaninang umaga, galing shift, dumiretso na kami sa Springfield, sumakay na kami ng train, namasyal na kami sa Chicago. So, kulang pa talaga yung tulog niya. Kaya, hindi na... Narinig mo yun? Nausang kidlat. Ayun. So, kulang pa talaga yung tulog niya. Kailangan niya makabawi dahil bukas mamamasyal pa ulit kami, no? So, tomorrow, ang gagawin namin is pupuntahan namin si Michael Jordan statue, yon. Kasi nga, di ba, na sinuggest nung kaibigan niya rito na nakausap niya kanina na hindi magandang pumunta ng gabi dahil medyo delikado yung mga dadaanan mo. And also, ayan, umuulan ngayon. Hindi lang halata, no? Umuulan ngayon, kaya mahirap din maglakad habang umuulan. Wala pa naman kaming payong. So, nandito lang tayo sa labas. May in-order si Teens na DoorDash. Inaantay lang natin. Nag-take out na lang ng food via DoorDash. Tapos ako, kakakain ko lang din sa Chick-fil-A. Malapit lang dito. So, yun yung naging araw namin today dito sa Chicago. Balak pa sana namin Navy Pier. Yun, Navy Pier ba tawag doon? Pero yun nga, hindi na kinaya ni Teens at saka nga pumangit yung weather, biglang umulan. So, that's it for our day 1 in Chicago. Well, hanggang day 2 lang naman kami bukas, tas balik na kami ng Taylorville. So, for sure, kailangan makita ko talaga si Michael Jordan statue for tomorrow. Sige, maraming salamat po sa panonood ng vlog. Kita-kits po tayo sa susunod.